you know, this actually has to be like my favourite hat. And it's not even mine. It's the Mrs.'s. The Mrs.'s. The Mrs.'s? I think that's it. I don't even know. I am super freaking tired right now. Night shift is completely kicking my buttocks. But hopefully a day off tomorrow so I can get a poop ton of recording done. So today, I thought I'd actually make a kind of different style of vlog video. Type of vlog video. It's kind of like a little story time with Uncle Double D. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, I might make more of these because I have tons of these little stories to tell you guys. But today I'm going to tell you the story about how I kind of dodged the bullet in a situation. Really female. If that makes sense. It'll probably make sense after I tell this tale. So without further ado, let's begin. So when I was younger, I was literally one of the most socially awkward kids growing up. Like at weekends when people would kind of like reach that age where they'd go out drinking, I spent them more just playing video games. I actually used to just have like video game marathons with my buddies. You know, Super Smash Brothers, Phantasy Star, and stuff like that. So that was kind of like our little group. We used to just do that at the weekends. I really didn't go out to parties. I didn't drink. You know, I just liked my little nerdy bubble, as I like to call it. But one day, we kind of headed into town, rolling in the 04 Corsa. I wasn't driving at this point. We took a little trip into town, and one of our other friends came up to me, and he was like, "That girl over there kind of likes you." And I had literally no experience with women at this point. I think there was like one girl I kind of had a thing for, but I think I chased her away to New Zealand. And the worst thing is, I ain't even joking about that. It was either New Zealand or Australia. Yeah, but basically she ain't come back. But that's a story for another day. But yeah, our friend came up to us and he was like, "Yeah, this girl likes you." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I don't really know what to say about that because, like I said, I was completely oblivious. I was like, I don't know what to say. Don't know what to do. So he ended up introducing us, and this was like a girl that everyone kept going on about. She was like this girl that everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, she's really, you know, she's like one of the best looking girls in town," and all that stuff. And you know, everyone had a thing for her. And I was like, "Oh, this is kind of weird. It's kind of like socially awkward." Because like I said, I didn't know anything at this point. I was like, I don't socialize. I don't do anything. I just fucking play video games and drink high and brew. So he ended up introducing us and started chatting and stuff like that. And we kind of went on like we kind of started one of the most short-lived relationships ever. I don't even really think you could call it a relationship. Basically, it was a little bit confusing. Like I'm not gonna drop any names. I'm not gonna drop any names because that's not what we do on this channel. But basically, we went off like less than 2 weeks. I don't even think it was 2 weeks. I think it was like 10 days. And it turns out that she was. Well, this is the confusing bit. Supposedly she broke up with her boyfriend and got back together when he moved back from the States because he was studying or something. But a lot of us were kind of like, yeah, she was still seeing him. And when he came home, she was like, "Oh, okay, well, bye." So I was like, alright, this is kind of weird. So I was really confused and I didn't get it. I was like, alright, so I guess I'm done. But the thing was though, obviously the relation, because it wasn't really like a relationship, it didn't faze me. I was like, I don't get this. It was just one of those things. It's like, oh, okay. So it's like, this is a 10-day thing. It's like a trial, and supposedly the trial sucked. But you know, it was one of those things. You just kind of brushed it off, and I was like, that doesn't really bother me. So I just kind of went back to being the little socially awkward geek that I kind of still am today, and I'm actually quite glad to be like that. That's not the end of the story though. Don't worry, that's not the end of the story. But basically, like a year afterwards, I was chatting to a friend, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you know, remember when you had that whatever with so and so?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't even know what that was." And he was like, and this girl she'd have tons of relationships she'd see somebody for like a month or something, and then she'd be with like a new guy for every month of the year. I was gonna say day of the month, but no, that's really slow. But she had like a new guy every now and again, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. That was pretty freaking weird. And oh yeah, basically when people asked me, they kept going, oh, did you sleep with her and stuff like that. No, I don't really do that. I don't see the point in it. I know that a lot of people do it, but I was like, no, I don't do the whole like just sleeping around with people. Although granted, there was a story, like there was supposedly a rumor that I was like sleeping with 3 girls at once, but that's a story for another day, guys. That's a story for another day. But I was like, no, I didn't. We didn't do anything. It was like, we kind of just like hung out. So it was kind of just like, well, actually, it wasn't even really a relationship. I guess it was kind of just like hanging out. And people were like, oh, you're such an idiot, blah blah blah. But basically, yeah, like a year later, they were like, oh, this guy was like, oh yeah, you remember that, girl that you had that thing with? I was like, yeah, well, whatever the fuck it was. And it kind of turns out that how to put this in a PG way, she kind of had a bit of a crusty crab. How to put it in the PG term. Basically, quite a few of the guys that she was with ended up getting crabs, and I was like, wow, I freaking dodged a bullet on that one. So when people were like, oh, you're so stupid for not fucking, doing anything, it's like, yeah, I'm kind of glad I didn't know, because the last thing I want is fucking crabby nuts. But yeah, that just kind of goes to show that when people are like, oh, the hottest person and stuff like that, and they're like, you're so stupid for not doing it. Sometimes it's always best that it didn't happen. And it's kind of like a life lesson as well to kind of just be careful with who you get into relationships with. Like I said, I don't even know if that was a relationship, but kind of just be careful with who takes an interest in you. If you're literally like that little socially awkward guy that just sits around playing games, like, oh, I don't know how to talk to girls. I wish I did. I wish I knew how to talk to girls and stuff like that. Maybe it's probably best you just keep being you, because eventually somebody will come around into your life that really, really shines above everyone else. And yeah, I'm not just saying that because she's my fiance, but I really feel like everything that I learned in life, I'm kind of, in a way, it's like I'm kind of grateful that they happened, because you learn from your mistakes, and eventually you find that person that maybe has had similar experiences with you, and when you both meet, it's like, this is really going to work, and it does. And that's what's happened with me. Because I had a lot of fucking shitty instances that led up to my current relationship, but it kind of makes you appreciate the relationship that you're in more, because it's like they literally don't do what these past people did. And like I said, she's kind of been in this similar situation where she's been screwed over and things like that. So if you're that guy or girl, you can be that girl as well, who's kind of just like, I don't know how to do relationships, don't worry about it. It's all good. Chances are later on down in life, you might get like 1 or 2 relationships, and they might, they probably won't work. Like, I'm saying probably, that's really harsh. They might not work out, and it's like, oh, that's, that's kind of sucks. And people, might take a dig at you, but it all paves the way for something special that comes along. And again, not saying it because she's my fiance, but literally, I'm the happiest that I've been in a long time, and it really makes you think. I'm glad the things in the past happened, because now I have this, which is really special and freaking awesome. So that's today's life lesson, that if you're like that socially awkward kid, don't worry about it. Just be that guy. Just be ready for shitty experiences, because it could just get so much fucking awesome when you meet that person who really makes it all that better, all so much better. Sorry that I kind of rambled towards the end. Like I said, I'm pretty tired. I'm not long. Like I've kind of really tired, but I can't sleep, so I'm in a bit of a bleh at the moment. So I thought I'd make this video just to kind of, a little bit of life lessons for you guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a comment in the comment section below, and I might do more stuff like this on Wednesdays. and I'll get some more proper recording done tomorrow, and I'm gonna do not just gaming, but I think tomorrow I'm gonna record some challenge videos and maybe some, like, I don't know how to go about, like, I don't know how to describe them, but kind of like worst Tinder profiles, well, worst thingy profiles. Probably gonna do some videos like that tomorrow because I actually do quite enjoy them. But thank you very much for watching this video. If you, oh my god, I've just messed up the outro. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button, maybe leave a comment and subscribe. And like I said before, if you are, you know, one of the people that's, you know, like I said, socially awkward, don't worry about it. It's all good. And, you know, with the society the way that it is today, you guys are a really rare breed. Don't let anybody else tell you different. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you guys later.